Hello, dear viewers, in our channel, today we will talk about Israel, which bombed a weapons depot in the Russian base of Hmeimim, located on the Syrian coast. Early in the morning of November 3, 2024, reports emerged of an Israeli airstrike targeting a weapons depot in the Russian base of Hmeimim, near Latakia, Syria. These reports came from several conflicting sources. Abdullah al-Musa mentioned on his X account that Syrian television sources claimed that the Israeli airstrike targeted a depot inside the Russian base. The alleged reason for this was related to the arrival of an Iranian cargo plane from Hmeimim Airlines. Al-Musa also mentioned that an Iranian plane landed 2 days ago, supposedly carrying humanitarian aid for Lebanese citizens in Syria. This flight, associated with Hmeimim, did not have an official announcement upon arrival, raising suspicions, especially from Israel, that it might be transporting weapons. Al-Musa confirmed that Russian media was informed of the plane's arrival, with video and photo coverage provided by a Russia Today correspondent. A Boeing 747 Iranian plane with the code QFZ9951, operated by Hmeimim Airlines, landed secretly at Latakia Airport, with its navigation systems turned off, in the previous morning. It left 8 hours before the attack, according to the source on X. According to Syrian television sources, an Israeli airstrike targeted a depot in the Russian base of Hmeimim. The bombing also hit various military sites in Latakia province, coinciding with the attack on the depot. It is said that Israel launched the attack about an hour after the Hmeimim Airlines Iranian plane landed. Interestingly, the strike selectively avoided the runways and towers of Latakia Airport, and 30 missiles were launched at 3:55 a.m. from warships. Following the Israeli bombing, a Russian air patrol was observed over Latakia. Meanwhile, the Times of Israel reported a cautious note on the incident, using terms like, allegedly, instead of directly confirming the strike. The newspaper stated that a weapons depot near the coastal city of Latakia was bombed overnight, citing reports from the pro-government Sham FM radio station that Syrian air defenses clashed with targets over the sea in the area. According to the station, firefighters were busy fighting a fire in Jableh, south of Latakia, which opposition media identified as a weapons depot. Footage published on social media highlighted the consequences of the attack on the arms allegedly directed through Syria from Iran to Hezbollah in Lebanon, as Emmanuel Fabian reported to the Israeli source. In discussing reports of the attack on a munitions depot in the Russian airbase of Hmeimim, Emmanuel Fabian noted that various Syrian opposition media outlets indicate that the targeted depot was indeed in the Russian airbase of Hmeimim. Russian media provided a brief account of the incident. Interfax agency reported that official media in the country claimed that Israeli forces targeted sites in western coastal cities of Syria. The Islamic Resistance channel on Telegram stated that Syrian air defense systems actively clashed with targets coming over Latakia, Jableh, and Tartus for over 40 minutes. According to the channel, many projectiles were intercepted near Hmeimim, home to the Russian airbase. Russian military support helped shoot down over 50 shells, as Interfax agency reported. Around the same time or earlier, Interfax news agency reported that the United States and Israel are currently holding active discussions about a potential military response targeting Iranian sites in Syria and Yemen. This comes in the wake of the Iranian attack on Israeli territory. Politico highlighted these details, citing sources within the U.S. administration. According to officials, the United States is holding active talks with Israel about the response, which may include a military strike. The possible measures being considered are strikes against Iran-backed militias or directly targeting Iranian Revolutionary Guard forces in Yemen or Syria, a second official said. Reports from Israeli media indicate that Israeli leaders have decided to respond to the Iranian missile strike on their country but are ensuring they coordinate their response with the United States first. Channel 12 reported that Israel aims to target Iran's strategic assets but will delay that until discussions with its American allies are concluded. Additionally, U.S. President Joe Biden recently stated that he plans to address response strategies with Israeli partners. He does not support Israeli attacks on Iranian nuclear facilities. However, some reports suggest that nuclear and oil sites remain potential targets for Israeli response measures. At the same time, American experts point out that President Biden may have now diminished his influence on developments. They noted that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his government have consistently ignored American advice on managing the conflict with Hamas in Gaza over the past few months. Thank you for following us. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.